Alrighty, Shalom. Before I start off, I'd like to first and foremost give all honor, glory, and praise unto our Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rechakudash. The true name of the Heavenly Father in the ancient Paleo Hebrew tongue is Yahweh. Yah meaning He, Hawa to be, to exist. Ba Hashem in the name of His only begotten Son, our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach. Yah meaning He, Hawa Shai, deliverer or Savior. Double honor to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone taught me this truth. And as always, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians, West Indians, and Haitians, as well as you Israelite foreigners scattered abroad. And real quick, I wanted to do a quick lesson going into the mindset to have in these times, seeing that, this is the end. Right? And recent slew of events as of recent. I spoke in my previous lesson on how, I walked into the downtown LA Whole Foods market, right? And I saw the Amazon One Pay, and just prior like 2 or 3 months, sometime before that, I didn't see one of those readers in the store. Just your conventional card reader, right? But that lets you know how fast things are getting ready to transpire, which you constantly hear the brothers going into the MOTB, which is the last major prophecy before the destruction and the deliverance of the elect of the nation of Israel, right? Which it's all a thing of gradualism. It's all a thing of gradualism, as you had earlier last month, around the first, what they said JP Morgan plus 40 other banks were doing their trial runs with the CBDC, central bank digital currency, right? Which we know that they want to rid of the U.S. dollar. They want to crash the U.S. dollar. Operation Sandman. These other nations dishing a dollar. That's going to contribute to economic collapse, further economic decline. Okay. And pretty soon, like I remember the elder apostle Tahar said, we gonna have to we gonna have to get down with the CBDC. We gonna have to still do what we gotta do. But the time is coming where real soon we gonna have to be ready to live off the grid. Right? Because they said to roll out the FedNow 24/7 digital payment system, which was supposed to be a launch pad to the CBDC, the central bank digital currency. And you have UBI, right? That's going to come into play. But eventually, in order to use those things, you're going to have the chip inside of you, right? And the time is coming to where our faith is going to be tested, right? This devil, Esau, Edom, he's going to really apply pressure, the time of the hour of temptation, Salat, which will come upon the whole world to destroy them that dwell upon the earth. Our faith is going to be tested, whether we going to side with the Lord or get down with this beast system, all right, with the NWO, which entails this devil putting his technology inside of you, right? Because like you had Aaron Russo say of Nick Rockefeller, of the banking elite, right? Their ultimate goal is to get everybody chipped, to have that total control over the world. This is a worldwide thing, right? That's why it says, which shall come upon the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So, you have these various payment processing apps that people use, like PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, whatever the case. All these are getting ready to, they're getting ready to do away with all these, right? And FedNow is what they want to funnel all that money, what all that money gets cycled through from the bank, from your bank to your FedNow service, which they say 24/7 digital payment system in which, it's going to be able to process people's payments right then and there, But the thing is, you see, when there's no more FRN and you have a digital currency, they're able to trade, they're able to track it, they're able to program it, right? So, they're going to be able to have full access to your money, right? So say you have it to where you want to purchase something that's, you want to purchase food, right? Or whatever the case is, clothing, ammunition, a weapon, a firearm. If they don't want you to, you're not going to be able to make that purchase. If they don't want you to, they could literally deny access to you making certain transactions via that programmable money, right? So this is what's coming. The end all be all is to get everybody chipped, right? And via that chip is going to be all your financial info, your medical info. They come in with the carbon taxation, right? Your what do they call it? Your carbon footprint, all that. So it's all gradual steps to the CBDC, and the CBDC is a step to everybody being tied to the system, in which, again, eventually they're going to push that shit, but the system is already in place, so that's why we have to really prepare mentally, spiritually, right? Micah 2:10, rise and ye depart, because it's not your rest, right? We got to be prepared to depart, to live off the grid, to deny this shit, right? That don't mean you might have to flee to the backwoods, but get ready to leave all behind, get ready to leave behind your comfortabilities, the tangible things that you have in this world, right? To not conform to this place and to trust in Yahweh Hashem El Shai. All right? But this is 2nd Esdras 16, and I'm reading off screen. It says, "O my people, hear my word, and make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth." What is a pilgrim? All right? Well, first of all, the Lord's people are the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as well as you Israelite foreigners that are scattered abroad, looking like the heathen, right? But according to your patrilineage, according to your fathers, you are an Israelite, right? We're preparing for that battle, as it says, make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. It tells you in Ezekiel 7 that, what are we doing? We're blowing the trumpet, right? Preparing people for the battle. But there's going to be, and namely 2/3 of the nation of Israel, there's going to be people that aren't going to make themselves ready. They're not going to be prepared for what's coming, right? Because they're going along with this world. They love this world, right? And they're all for their comfortability, and the pleasures that with Babylon the Great, right? But the elect, they're making themselves ready for the battle to come. You know, the time of Jacob's trouble, when the devil comes down with that great wrath, like it tells you, Revelation 12:12, because you know that he hath but a short time. You know, these are the times we're stepping into. Evil times, bad times. Okay? And how do you make yourself ready? Because Isaiah the 33rd chapter, the 6th verse tells you what? And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. And what else? The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So how do you make yourself ready? This is Job 28:28. And unto man he said, behold, the fear of the Lord is that it is wisdom, and to depart from evil is understanding. Right? Fear the Lord and depart from evil. Isaiah 34:16 says, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall want to mate. For my mouth they had commanded, and the spirit they had gathered them. So you should be seeking the Lord, right? Seek him while he may be found. Call you upon him while he is near. All right? Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read, for no one of these shall fail. Going into the prophecies, you know? Going into to prophecies, what's to come, all right? No one of these shall fail, and none shall want to mate. You can't mate the scriptures with any other book. You can't go into the Quran. You can't precept anything out of the Quran with the scriptures, you know? Ain't no prophecy in that. It ain't no truth in chematology and all this other shit that Jake is into. Buddhism and, you know? The scriptures, man. That's why 2nd Ezra 15:2 says what? And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Right? This is the real deal. You know? But again, you got a lot of people that aren't taking the word of the Lord seriously. Because you have the prophets out there giving them warnings, sounding the alarm, right? And a lot of people, they're not making themselves ready. They're not going to be ready. But the elect will, right? And the Lord is going to have his people, as he said, you know? Day of trouble is at hand, but I will deliver thee from the same. Roughly paraphrase. But we know that the paper dollar, the FRN, is withering away very quickly, right? As you have these BRIC nations and these other nations are pushing away from USD, ending the petrodollar deals that back the US dollar, right? Which is all, you know, what is going to be the effect? This place spinning further into economic decline, hyperinflation. And eventually, they're going to come with the digital currency. And you know what's next. All right? So it said, 2nd Ezra 16, right? And in those evils being even as pilgrims upon the earth. And a pilgrim is a person traveling to a holy place. According to the online etymology dictionary, right? It says, as a penance or to some discharge, some vow or religious obligation, or seeking some miracle or spiritual benefit. Meaning, eventually, some of us are going to have to just get up and move. Possibly even change up your change up where you are, right? Across cities, right? Across locales. You know? Might have to you might be living with your people. You might be living with your woman, you know, or your children. You know, you might have to leave them. Right? But the Lord, he's going to provide. He's going to be the one to direct our paths and steps in the evil days to come. And that's our faith. That's also part of seeking that miracle or spiritual benefit, as I brought out, right, from the online etymology dictionary. So being as pilgrims, you might just have to leave your current situation, your home, your state, but we have to prepare spiritually, right? Get your mind ready for SHTF, shit hitting the fan, because all hell is getting ready to break loose. And the goal ahead of the NWO, Order Ab Chaos, right? Order out of chaos. Because this devil Esau Edom, he wants a fully surveilled police state. And he's going to make that shit mandatory to where you either the real get down or lay down. You're going to have to get with it or possibly face execution. Being exiled from society. Right? Excluded. But we gonna wait. We gonna wait and see for the Lord and see how he's gonna make things happen. All right? Because the elect aren't going to conform to this new world, this new society that they're pushing for. The scriptures say that there's going to be trouble. There's going to be a time of trouble. Revelation 3:10, the hour of temptation, where everybody's going to be tried, tested. Our faith is going to be tested, and it's not going to be easy. See, it's going to have to be the Lord to actually keep you from the hour of temptation, as it said. Because I was kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which will come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Okay, it's not going to be easy, at least for the elect. It's going to be, you're going to have to trust in Yahweh Shema Shai, right? In the faith, okay? But as far as, it's not going to be an easy ride to the kingdom, right? Through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of heaven. Okay? Those tribulation is going to come in the form of trials, temptations. All right? And the ultimate temptation is going to be when these devils come with that shit, in which you're not going to be able to function in this new, this whole society without it. All right? Like it tells you, Revelation 13:16, we go into it all the time. Right? That no man might buy or sell, but much more than that. Save he that had the mark or the number of his name, right? Roughly paraphrase. Okay? Because that's the brand. That serves as the entry ticket. Your admission ticket into the NWO. Right? But 2 Ezra 16:41. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as he that will lose. He that occupieth merchandise as he that hath no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein. Because all these things, what are they going to profit you when that time comes? All these things aren't going to matter. All these tangible things aren't going to matter. It's going to be about survival. But again, the Lord is going to look out for us. You got Jake constantly chasing the flesh, the pleasures of this world. They're so caught into what's next. What they're looking forward to as far as having that comfortability, staying comfortable, staying occupied in folly and bullshit. So that day is going to come upon them unawares, because they're not looking, they're not paying attention to nothing. All right? He that soweth as if he that should not reap, so also he that planteth the vineyard as he that shall not gather grapes. They that marry as they that shall get no children, and they that marry not as the widowers. And therefore they that labor in vain. For strangers shall reap their fruits and spoil their goods, overthrow their houses, and take their children captives. For in the captivity and famine shall they get children. They that occupy their merchandise with robbery, the more they deck their cities, their houses, their possessions, and their own persons, the more will I be angry with them for their sin, said the Lord. The point being, depart spiritually. Micah 2:10. Make yourself ready as a pilgrim. Get ready to move, right? This is not a rest. We shouldn't be so comfortable here, because things are about to get ugly. The society is about to change. Life as you know it is about to change. It's not going to be the same. All right? But I'm going to get Matthew. This is Matthew 24th chapter. Start at the 6th verse. So Matthew 24 and 6. And this is Yahushua speaking. See, Yahushua prophesied of the times we was going to come into, right? In times of the end. And you shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right? Wars and rumors of wars. And we see that, right? Proxy wars, right? Various countries rising up and going at it. Tensions on the rise. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. And we see these things. For all these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you. And you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Going into, it tells you elsewhere that it shall cast some of you into prison. Some of us are going to have to be faced with death, or possibly thrown into a FEMA camp, right? For not getting down with the system. That's how real it's going to get, right? For denying the chip, okay? But, and some of us possibly being beheaded, put to death, all right? But going down to 16. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. And this happened during the time of 70 AD, when Jerusalem was besieged by the Romans, right? You had the Roman persecution, okay? You had Titus, Vespasian, They erected that, the Ark of Titus, celebrating our, persecution, all right? And they're getting ready to do this sort of thing again. You're getting ready to have another 70 AD-like event, right? The time of Jacob's trouble. The Lord was basically giving a warning. When they would see this prophecy come to pass, just leave. Don't look back, right? Don't return to get anything, right? Let him which is on the housetop not come down and take anything out of his house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. Right. And again, this happened back then. But this is gonna happen in this time. This same thing is gonna happen in this time. All right. But the elect are going to be saved in these times. Our women, our children that are a part of the elect are going to be saved. That's all it's about, the elect. It's all about the elect. All right? That's who matters. Okay? And 2/3 of the nation of Israel will be cut off. Right? 2/3 of the nation of Israel are going to side with this devil and get down with his shit. Verse 21, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor shall ever be. No, nor shall ever be. And except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened. Great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. Going into the time of Jacob's trouble, right? Jeremiah 30:7. Daniel 12:1. Right? It's going to get so bad that Michael the Archangel is going to have to stand up. Right? The great prince was standing for the children of thy people. All right? Because the things that went down back then, 70 AD, they're not going to compare to what's coming during the time of Jacob's trouble. All right? And the Lord, he's ultimately speeding up these things for the elect, the sake of the elect. All right? Time is literally being sped up. So this has to go down before the destruction, before the deliverance can take place. All right? And this is what we're looking out for. Habakkuk 2:1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what you will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. Right? The prophets constantly watching over the city, which represents Jerusalem. Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. The Lord said, give them no rest. Give him no rest, right? Until he establish and make Jerusalem and praise in the earth. All right? And we're basically, we're standing upon our watch, right? A watchman watches over the city, right? And we're notifying, we're giving the warning, sounding the alarm of things that are getting ready to take place regarding prophecy. Okay. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it. Which the modern day videos, these video epistles, back then they wrote and didn't have the understanding. But now Yahweh Shai loosed the seals, right? And opened the understanding unto the elders and apostles on down to break down the scriptures and prophecies. All right? We're the runners. Well, the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and will not tarry. And all these things are readily coming to pass, speedily. All right? They're not going to tarry. They're not going to wait. You got Jake thinking they have so much time, that Ezekiel 12 talks about how our people, in their minds, they think shit isn't going to happen in their lifetime, but it is. Right? These people going to see the chip. These people, they going to see the chip. And a lot of them going to take it. A lot of them going to be deceived into taking the chip. All right? We're still in biblical times. We're still in this thing. Jake think everything is a game. All this is a fairy tale. Right? Meanwhile, everything pertaining to the scriptures that has happened in our history happened, but there's still things that have to be fulfilled. That he may run that readeth it, and those that strive to be a part of the elect, they're going to run with the knowledge, to do what they can to be saved. All right? You already have in Sweden and certain other states, people are already chipped up. But it's going to come a time to where that's going to be you're going to have it to be able to function in society. And if you don't, you're going to be cast out of society or possibly detained, possibly beheaded, put to death. Right? And you're going to tie all this to a social credit system. Meaning if you're speaking up against what they got going on, what they want, right? shoot, you'll have your money turned off. You'll have a negative credit score, social credit score, right? You ain't gonna be able to do nothing. You see that in China. You already see that system in China. There's a reason why Klaus Schwab said or called China the model for the world. All right? It's so bad out there to where you get caught jaywalking. Now your face is on a billboard for everybody to see what you done did. Okay? They got your ID, they got everything. They got your whole info right there for everybody to see. You know? And they're able to deduct money from you, from your digital wallet. You know? Because you have things like Apple Wallet, right? You have Google Pay. Which those are getting ready to be obsolete, right? Because that chip is going to tell all. You know? And you got people in their simplicity thinking, okay, that's way over there in China. That'll never happen here. But it is. You see it, right? They're already telling you. You know, Jake act like we're just making stuff up. No. They're telling you what they want. It's just our people are too ignorant. They ain't watching. They're not seeing this. Okay? And they're not able to equate it back to the scriptures. You know? But all that is getting ready to be implemented here real soon. All right? And worldwide. All right? Not just here in the U.S., but worldwide. Meaning you're going to have a world government in agreement. Everything being digitally tracked and surveilled. All right? So the hour of temptation is coming. And we got to be ready to be tested. We got to be ready to leave it all behind. Possibly even put to death. Right? For the truth. For Yahweh B'Shem El Shai. But this is Isaiah. It's Isaiah 14:24. It says, the Lord of hosts has sworn, saying, surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass. And as I have purposed, so shall it stand. All hell breaking loose, the civil wars, which you see that tension between Jake and Esau rising up since that Alabama thing. You know? You're going to have civil wars. You're going to have race wars. Right? 2nd Ezra 15 talks about that. 2nd Ezra 16 talks about that. You know? The RFID chip coming. Right? So shall it come to pass. And as I have purposed, so shall it stand. And there's a reason why the Lord is bringing that. Right? To prove his men. Right? The elect. To prove his elect. Right? To try the world. And the elect are going to pass. But, you know, the Lord also, Isaiah 55:11 said, so shall the word be that goeth forth out of my mouth, it shall not return unto me void. Right? But it shall accomplish that which I please and prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. Roughly paraphrase. Right? And the Lord, he speaks through his prophets, his seers. Right? Pursuing Luke 1:70. Because the prophets serve as the mediators. All right? The ones that are going to break down the understanding of the scriptures. You got these other camps playing. You know, you got these other camps playing around with the MOTB prophecy, right? Leading our people astray, telling them it's anything else beside what it is. All right? The Lord himself said in the book of Revelations that there'd come a time when they would mandate the RFID NFC microchip. And if you don't take it, you won't be able to partake in the society. All right? And make any transactions, buy food, buy water, buy clothing. Right? And that was according to the vision that was given John the Revelator on the Isle of Patmos, right? And people are already being conditioned for this digital system, right? Because a lot of these people, they're not really spending cash like that. A lot of these people, what are they? They go in these stores. They're using their Apple Pay or their Google Pay or their credit cards, right? Or the debit card, whatever. A lot of people, they're paying their bills digitally. All right? But it's getting ready. Like I said, that the end all be all is getting ready to be that chip. That's gonna be the digital wallet, right? Won't be no more Apple Pay. Won't be no more Cash App, FedNow. Cash App, Venmo, and all these other payment processing apps, right? But I'm gonna get. Let me see. See what I got here, Salaki. I'm gonna get ready to close out too. It starts now, man. Getting your spirit ready, right? Doing what you gotta do to be able to stand in that day. All right? Pray. Fast. Right? Continue to make your body a living sacrifice. Continue to do the work of the Lord. Right? Fulfilling your obedience. Okay? That you might be proven acceptable. Right? That you might be able to escape what's coming. It's Revelation 20:4. And this is going into the vision of John the Revelator on the Isle of Patmos. Right? Which, again, the Revelation 3:10 will come to pass. Right? When their new world order. See, we're in the midst of the new world order, but it's getting ready to be finalized. All right. Again, their end goal is to get everybody chipped, solidify the deal. All right. It says, and I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua, and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon his forehead, upon their foreheads, or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Yahushua 1,000 years. Right? And, you have certain brothers, you have certain of us that will be beheaded. I say it like, Lord willing, we be of that elect. Whatever it comes down to, and we ain't going to get down with this devil system. All right? We ain't going to get down with that shit. Okay? But, this the testimony of Yahushua, right? The spirit of prophecy. Okay, and this knowledge, this ministry, this is like the elder apostle Gabar said, this is directly opposed to Esau's New World Order. Right? Yahushua's kingdom is directly opposed to Esau's New World Order. So they're gonna come after his men. All right? Because there's a little changing of governments happening in the earth, which is going to be met with resistance. This devil is going to try that. All right? No, and eventually, this devil is going to come for the men of the Lord. And they already have legislation and certain laws they passed, they prescribed, right? To where if you oppose their NWO, you're going to be labeled a terrorist. You're going to be labeled an enemy, you know? If you don't want to get down, right? And you're going to be faced with execution. You're going to be faced with being outcast out of society. All right? This is how real is fixing to get. You know? You're going to have certain of us be beheaded for being witnesses of Yahushua. You know, that's the course of this world. That's where things is going. So it's imperative for us to get ourselves right, you know, spiritually, and get ready to leave it all behind, even if we're being faced with death, being beheaded, because it's all good, you know. We have Yahushua to look to, right? You know, look at Yahushua's obedience unto death, right? Salakia, Yahushua's obedience unto death, unto his glory, all right? So if you find yourself in that lot, you know, and you make it through, what do the scriptures say about them that sleep in Yahushua, right? The Lord said, or elsewhere in the scriptures, it talks about how precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of the saints. That's an honorable death, all right? And you know that death is just sleep, but you're gonna be raised back up, right? And Lord willing, joint heir with Yahushua, okay? But you know that the beast is the Roman Empire, which comes in the form of the NWO, right? In the modern sense, the revival of the ancient Roman Empire, NATO and the EU, and America, okay? But their NWO entails putting their technology inside of you, right? Everyone. You know, being implanted with that RFID microchip, all right? Which is also going to be the new form of ID, identification, right? You already have talks about digital ID, digital identity, okay? And you're going to have certain people that aren't going to get down. The elect ain't going to get down, all right? And they're going to be opposed to the NWO, right? And they're going to have to pay with their lives, you know, by being beheaded, possibly tortured in these camps, okay? And the image of the beast is their NWO, right? They want that total control over the world, all right? You're going to have certain family members. So we going to have family turning on us, right? You brothers probably know. There's certain family members you probably had certain little arguments with, back and forth with. You know, our family Shit, our family already looking at us crazy because of what we're doing, you know? So just imagine, you're going to actually, when Esau makes that shit mandatory, you're going to have people, you're going to have our people turning against us. All right? And the scriptures talk about that, right? A man's foe shall be they of his own household, right? Your woman might turn on you. Your mother, your father might turn on you. They might try to turn you in. They might have you put to death, right? Arrested, right? Hauled off, okay? Your son, whoever, your grandmother, your auntie, right? Because people going to really show their colors, and that's all a sign of Yahweh Shai is coming. That's all written in the scriptures, right? But I'm gonna get a few more scripts and close out. But like it's written elsewhere, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. Be thou faithful, right? Be thou faithful unto death. And the Lord shall give thee a crown of life. Roughly paraphrase, right? First Timothy 6:12. It says, fight the good fight of faith, lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called, and hast professed a good profession before many witnesses. Right? So keep fighting. Okay? Keep enduring. Pray to endure. Pray to stay in the fight. All right? Scriptures talk about watch and pray. You should be constantly praying, constantly thinking on the scriptures, certain situations that brothers in the past were putting through, and endured in faith, right? Cleaving unto Yahweh B'Shem El Shai and delivered. All right? Scriptures say how things that were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and faith might have hope. Roughly paraphrase, because certain brothers was facing death, right? Because the NWO isn't a new thing. You had certain you had kings in the past that tried that. All right. Certain brothers was being faced with death for not getting down, but still trusted in the Lord. All right. And the Lord came through, I'm going to get Matthew 10 and 28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Right? Fear the Lord. Don't fear this man and what he might possibly do to you in these camps. Torture you, right? Behead you. All right? You do nothing against the truth before it. This devil can do nothing unless the Most High sanctioned it. All right? So we're not supposed to fear. We're not even supposed to fear death. Right? We have these scriptures for our comfort. That's enough to cling on to your faith, right? You definitely don't want to denounce the faith and take the chip, But this is I'm gonna get this. Hebrews Hold on, Salaki. It's Hebrews 13 and 14. It says, "For here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come." Right? And this is the land of our captivity. This wicked kingdom is not our rest. Right? But you have 2/3 of our people that have made themselves comfortable right here. Right? You know, we were brought here for our disobedience to Yahweh. Okay? So, what should we be doing? We should be looking to fulfill our obedience and get up out of here. All right? For here we have no continuing city. Because look at the state of our people. We've been downtrodden for so long. You know, the heathen have ruled over us for so long. You know, the chief of them, Esau, Edom, everything's in shambles because of this man. Right? The whole world is out of course. Okay? Hell, even the creatures are going through hell. You know? You got animals beaching themselves. I mean, you got whales beaching themselves. You know? The ocean's all fucked up. Right? Because of this devil. You know? But here we have no continuing city. Because this place is just... This place is indulged. This place is engulfed in wickedness. All right? Look at how much bullshit is perpetuated here. Right? LGBTQRZ. You know? Pedophilia. What do you call that? Shit. Now, you know, these devils are pushing for, what do you call that, man? Bestiality. Zoophilia, I believe. Know what I mean? They may just get ready to push that real soon, real heavy. Know what I mean? You already got Esau fucking walking naked in front of children, you know, in animal costumes and shit. Right? Leash on the neck. You know, this place is sick, man. This place is sick. You gotta go. You know, this is not our rest. You cannot possibly be comfortable in this shithole, right? For here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come, the kingdom of heaven, right? Yahushua establishing the nation of Israel, his kingdom, all right? His righteous rulership in the earth for eternity. That ain't gonna ever be moved, right? The heathen ain't gonna ever rise up again. Right? Esau, man, he going straight. Esau's ass is going straight into captivity. You know? Let me get 2 Peter. It says, "Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for a new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness." Let me get that word for... Oh, damn. Salakia. Yeah, I got no connection. Salakia. But that word new in the Greek is, I believe, kinos. Or kenos, right? Refreshed. You know, which the world will be. Right? The world will be refreshed. Right? We will be. Our minds will. All right? We're going to be programmed with the laws, statutes, and commandments. Scriptures talk about how all Israel shall be all righteous. Right? Eventually, you're going to have the 2/3 come back in the right minds through the elect. Right? But we're going to get them new bodies. Right? We ain't ever going to go off. We ain't ever going to sin. We ain't going to die. Okay? So that's what we're looking forward to, right? To hell with this shit. To hell with the current course of this world. For real. Okay? To hell with this devil and his new world order. Right? The real new world order is coming by way of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right? And go back to Hebrews 13. Verse 15, it says, by him, therefore, let us offer the sacrifice of praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai continue. And this is, mind you, this is Paul speaking. Right? This is the Apostle Paul speaking. That is the fruit of our lips, giving thanks to his name. All right? It says, by him, therefore, right? Meaning Yahushua. Okay? Because pursuant to John 14, John 14:6, Yahushua sent unto him, unto Thomas, right? I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. All right? That's the author and finisher of our faith. Okay? Hebrews, and go back, Hebrews 13 and 15. It says, by him, therefore, let us offer the sacrifice of praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai continually, that is the fruit of our lips, giving thanks to his name. Okay, and part of that, like I said, making your body a living sacrifice, right? Part of that part of offering the sacrifice of praise is by going out there in the highways and hedges, okay, and doing these sit-down lessons, these video epistles, all right? As well as, that's part of our obedience, okay, as well as walking according to the Holy Scriptures, okay, and keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, all right? Romans 12:1. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto your power, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove that which is acceptable, that which is good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Right? Precept that with love not this world, neither the things that are in this world. See, the love of this world is going to drive people to take that shit. Right? So, but we've been called to depart. All right? Let's see. So this is Hebrews 13 and 15. But to do good and to communicate, forget not, for with such sacrifices Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is well pleased. All right? Jumping up to verse 5, let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have. For he said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee, so that we may boldly say, the Lord is my helper, and I will not fear what man shall do unto me. Right? And with that, close out, giving all honor, glory, praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Lord willing, this has been edifying. Now, till the next one, I say shalom.